This is my iPhone 14 and I have used it since 2022 and it has been the phone that I have carried in my pocket for 3 years. In fact, you can tell that this phone has been put through good use because I have 83% battery health left on this phone and I have a little mark on the screen. So what is it like using this phone in 2025, even though it's 3 years old? Well, to find out, let's talk about the battery life. Now, when this phone was brand new, Apple said that it can last up to 20 hours while doing video playback. In other words, you can use the phone the entire day without having to recharge it. Now, because my phone has 83% of battery health on it, it's obviously aged, but I'm not worried about it dying like this. The battery is still reliable for me and I have to charge it up at least once a day, but I'm not having to rush to a power outlet just to charge it like I do with my iPhone SE 2nd generation or the Asus TUF A16 Advantage Edition that I have. So the battery on this phone is rock solid still and it's pretty reliable still, even today. Speaking of aging well, in a world of a 48 megapixel camera being the default, even in iPhones today, this 12 megapixel camera can still take some really good shots. Yes, the 48 megapixel camera found in the 14 Pro, 15s, and 16s are better cameras, but this 12 megapixel shooter is still a really good camera for most people. And look at this, I'm actually recording this video with the iPhone 14 camera right here. So this is I'm recording with the selfie camera, obviously. But even the camera on the back, the main camera, and also the ultra wide, they're still really good cameras. Even today, I still use that ultra wide whenever I need to take like up close shots, and it's a reliable camera still. Now, speaking of something that is just that good, the performance is where the iPhone 14 still shines. With the A15 Bionics taken straight from the iPhone 13 Pro, this phone is no slouch. Even though this phone released in 2022 and it's 2025, this phone is still like a really good, solid performer. And when I'm playing demanding games, the frame rates of this phone is just smooth, consistent, and obviously, this phone does heat up because it's still a phone. It's going to heat up when you're playing demanding games. It's not like a game console, obviously. But, when this thing is under heavy loads, it still keeps up. And yes, it has 6 gigs of RAM, but I've never really felt limited with the RAM. Of course, with 6 gigabytes of RAM and the A15, this phone doesn't have any Apple Intelligence, but, Apple Intelligence is, well, you're not going to be missing out on anything anytime soon. So don't worry about upgrading your phone because Apple Intelligence isn't really that great to begin with, and Siri is still, well, stupid. Anyways, but yeah, the performance of this phone is still really good. Oh, and MagSafe is another great thing about this phone. Not only does it allow me to wirelessly charge my device using 15 watts of power, it also allows me to connect accessories like my Belkin phone car mount. So whenever I'm, driving, I can have a map up, and it's just really nice and convenient. And also, I can use that same phone mount as a tripod since I don't have that. So I have my phone mount right here, and it's mounted on my computer screen, and that's how I'm filming this video. So yeah, MagSafe actually does help me film these videos, and there's a lot of accessories that you can buy to really make the most out of your iPhone 14 using MagSafe. So I really do think that this is a really good feature that the iPhone 14 has that honestly I just would not want to trade for anything else. And it's a shame that the newer iPhone 16e doesn't have MagSafe built in. You have to get a case, and even if you get the case for MagSafe, the charging speed is 7 watts. So yeah, iPhone 14, if you want the maximum charging speeds, there you go. This is the phone for you. And so yeah, that is the iPhone 14 in 2025. And even though there are newer phones out there, I just don't feel like, there's enough of a difference between this phone and a new iPhone 16 to, make me want to jump to a new iPhone 16. And also the prices of these new phones are, ridiculous too. And they're expected to get even more ridiculous with the iPhone 17. So yeah, I'm still sticking with the iPhone 14, and it's a really good phone even today. you don't really need to upgrade every single time there's a new phone coming out. Like, you can save yourself some money and just use the phone you're already using and just enjoy it for what it is, because it's still most likely a really good phone that's not having any problems, just like mine. So what do you think of the iPhone 14 in 2025? Let me know in the comments below. Are you still using an iPhone 14 right now? Let me know. Anyways, for more tech videos, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'm going to see you in the next video.